how the energy can get stuck in the body. Whether you're talking about chakras or meridians or chi, menopause is not a disease, it's a natural part of life. Welcome to the Women Rockin' Midlife Podcast, soulful wellness to elevate your second act. You deserve to deeply love every moment of your life, living your best life with pure joy, optimal health and abundance, with the energy, time, and inner peace to savor experiences with your loved ones and with yourself. Hi, I'm Jen Kunkel. Join me on this soulful journey to complete wellness in midlife and beyond. Have you ever had a professional massage at a facility that's designed for it? You're in the room, it's got the candles lit, it's dark, they've got the nice music going, you're laying on that table that has like the face hole cut out on it, and you're looking down at the floor. Well, if you haven't, you need to, because it's awesome. I used to get massages fairly regularly, and I had this lady I was going to, and she also did something called Reiki, and I didn't know what that was. Energy work, she said, and I also did not know what that was. So I had this knot in my shoulder, and like right next to my shoulder blade, and it seemed like it had been there for literally years, not exaggerating. You know, I said, hey, I've had this knot, it's still not gone, can you kind of focus on that when you do the massage? Because she would always ask me, where is it tight, what do you got going on, before she did it. She was really good. She kept wanting me to try this energy work, and she's like, Jen, I'm telling you, it's really good. I'm like, no, I like the touching, I like the massage, I like to feel it. Because with the energy work, she wouldn't be actually touching me. So one time, maybe like 3 times later, after I first told her about this knot, she's like, how about this? What if I do half and half? So she's like, what if I do the first half a regular massage and the second half I do the energy work? Then I'm trying it and I still get my massage, and okay, I'll do that. So we did that, and we got, she told me when she was switching to the energy work. And afterwards, during the time, I'm like, there is no way she's not touching me. But I knew she wasn't. But it was like 10 times more relaxing than the massage, which was amazing in my mind. Afterwards, I was like, you really weren't touching me that whole time, right? She's like, nope, not a bit. And I'm like, man, I can't believe it took me that long to let you do that. It was great. That was kind of my first real experience with energy work. Yeah, I was sold after that. The reason I brought that up is because if you are not familiar with that sort of thing, when we're talking about chakras, it's kind of along those lines. The chakras are the energy centers. Now, chakras are like a Hindu Buddhism thing. I'm saying that because I want to give a comparison to like Eastern and Chinese medicine, where they use meridians, and they also talk about energy flow through the body, the chi. It's all kind of tied together because I've looked at all of it, right? But the chakras are kind of a specific thing where you have specific energy centers in your body that are related to different ailments. Yeah, different things that are going on in your body, different parts of your body. I want you to understand how the energy can get stuck in the body, whether you're talking about chakras or meridians or chi, or just say energy, however you want to put it. I'm very into the scientific aspect of this, that we have energy flowing through our body, that part of it. Suppressed emotions become suppressed energy. They can become stuck in the body. And how I see it is that can exacerbate menopause symptoms, which, by the way, menopause is not a disease, it's a natural part of life. And in many cultures over history, it's been viewed as a disease, or something's wrong, or, you're useless now because you can't reproduce. Well, I never reproduced, so does that make me useless for my whole life? No, I don't think so. we are not useless because we can't reproduce anymore when we go through menopause. And then there's other cultures that are the exact opposite, where women are revered when they get to revered, you know what I mean? They're looked up to more, becoming wise, moving from one part of life to another part of life, and it is looked at as a positive thing. In fact, just by the way, there are studies that have been done to look at how your perspective and how a certain society's perspective impacts how menopause manifests itself, how the experience is. So in these cultures where menopause is looked at as a natural part of life and that aging is looked at, it's all a positive viewpoint from that society's perspective, menopause isn't an issue. Apparently, there is no Japanese word for hot flash, or there was something else too, but one of the other negative aspects of menopause, there's just not a Japanese word for it, because in Japanese culture, older women are looked at as wise, and the menopause process is the transition to that wisdom stage. So it's looked at and viewed and experienced as a positive thing. So the symptoms do not happen the same way they do in the Western world. Interesting, right? That kind of stuff is energy too, a societal and a cultural viewpoint. It's all energy. The thoughts, the collective thoughts are energy. I used to think this kind of stuff sounded wacky, so if you do, I get it. It's cool. You can tell me that. I don't care. In fact, ask me questions and how did I change my mind to where I see it the way I see it now. Once you see it, it's oh, of course, this seems so obvious now. If you think, ooh, she's cuckoo, what is she talking about? Collective thoughts or energy. Yeah, there's actually science behind that too. And if you're interested in it, hit me up. I'll direct you to it. Your emotions contain energy. Your body is, everything's energy, everything. And again, I can give you science on that too, but that's not what this episode's about. So we're not going to do that today. Reach out. I'll direct you to the right place. I will explain it to you. Your emotions are energy. Your body's energy. And if you suppress emotions all the time, maybe it's something you don't even notice, that energy gets suppressed in your body in certain areas. And the stuck energy can actually make your menopause symptoms worse, okay? It's all connected. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, the energy. It's all connected, and it all works together to your benefit or to your detriment. So if you feel sluggish and yucky, you've got some stuck energy. So the key is to allow that energy to flow again. But before we talk about how to do that, I want to talk about the lower chakras and what they represent and how that could affect your menopause experience. So you have your root chakra, which is basically if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor or wherever, it's kind of where you're sitting, the sit bones, that kind of area that's touching the ground, that's your root chakra, or the base of your spine, just that whole kind of horizontal area. That would be the area of your root chakra. And this chakra represents being grounded, feeling safe, feeling secure. It can affect your trust. It can affect your energy levels. It could be related to panic attacks, anxiety, digestive disorders, insomnia, or excessive sleeping. Then you have the second chakra. I'm tongue-tied here, which is around your belly button area at that level. So what's represented in that area is your sexual organs, estrogen and progesterone, and that's your creative center. That's your ovaries, your uterus, digestive enzymes. So that's your gut health, which can really affect your weight, especially during menopause. I say during menopause. Menopause is like that moment after you have not had a period for 12 months. So during menopause, I mean like anything from entering it to post, basically the rest of your life. All right, so that can affect your weight. This second chakra, also this energy center, also involves like your social networks, like holding in and letting go. And then your solar plexus is like the pit of the gut, the stomach, small intestines, your adrenal glands, adrenaline, cortisol, body chemicals, enzymes. So there's a lot going on there that would affect menopause, right? It also involves your will, your control, your drive, like your motivation, and taking action. So when you feel lethargic or depressed, this area might be out of balance, right? All right, so then your fourth chakra, you're coming out of the lower chakras now into the heart, but I want to talk about your heart anyways. So your heart chakra, it represents immunity, youth, regeneration, love of self, love of others, joy and satisfaction in life. It involves the emotions of love and caring and nurturing and compassion and gratitude and thankfulness and appreciation and kindness and inspiration and selflessness and trust and wholeness. So you want to get that energy like moving up. Like if it's all stuck in the lower centers and it's clogged and congested and you're having issues, you want to start moving it up into the heart. You can always focus on the heart chakra to feel those kind of feelings, the love of yourself and the others, the joy, thankfulness, gratitude, all of that. Okay. And then you have your throat chakra, which I wasn't really going to go into these. I was really just going to talk about the lower ones, but I'll just quickly. The throat chakra is communication. It's your voice, finding your voice. And so sometimes that can be related to boundaries. If you're not voicing what your true desires are, where you're at, your throat chakra might be clogged, like it's like energy plumbing in your body. Okay. And then you have your third eye chakra and your crown chakra. And I'm not going to go into the details of that right now because I want to move on. Okay. So what do? How do you get this energy flowing again? You can meditate on focusing on that. Sometimes just being aware of it, right? You feel maybe like a knot in the pit of your stomach. And yeah, that could be just like suppressed emotions, clogged energy. And it doesn't really matter if you view them as chakras, if you look at it like that, or if you just look at it as energy centers, or you just look at it as energy. Like, hey, I want to get the energy in my body moving. So a meditation where you're visualizing the energy just flowing in a more balanced way through your body, that can help. There are meditations you can do around your chakras to balance them. So if you want to feel like, get rid of that feeling of sluggishness, that congestion in your energy, then I do way more than just the chakra stuff or the energy centers. Like my main big focus with one of the programs I do, Hormonal Harmony Quest, is to release deep-seated emotions that are stuck in the body. So if you want more information on that, then go to wildsavvy.com/HHQ and it will either be a wait list or more information. You can also go to wildsavvy.com/chat and you can actually book a conversation with me and we can talk one-on-one, face-to-face. All right. Thank you for joining me today, and I